Hey everyone, welcome back to our JavaScript series. Today we're diving into the world of comments. Now, you might be wondering what are comments and why do we need them in our code? Well, let's break it down. We're just going to open a file and call it comments.js. Now, once we do that, the first thing before we proceed, once you've opened up the lesson file, which in this particular case is comments.js, don't worry about that. To just give you an explanation, what you can think of comments, they're like, well, if you have a diary of sorts where you put in little notes or just your thoughts, explaining what you did during the day. What that means is think of it as a diary, where you write down what you're doing in a day. So comments in a code are like little notes you write to yourself and others so that everyone understands what the code is doing. It's like explaining your diary entries so that anyone who reads it knows what's going on. The other way to think of it is comments in JavaScript are annotations within the code that are not executed. So it's not executed. The JavaScript engine does not execute your comments. They're just annotations or small notes within your JavaScript code. So they serve as explanatory notes to make the code more readable for developers, you included. So proper comments actually help you understand the code's purpose, especially when you're revisiting it after some time, because it's not all the time that you'll be always focused on one particular project. You may have multiple projects and then you need to update something on one particular project that you did 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and coming back to it without comments is a bit of a task because you won't actually remember. Yes, you might have such a good memory, but it becomes a challenge trying to remember what a particular line of code or a block of code is supposed to do or is meant to do. And to make your work more easier, it's actually very good practice. You're saving yourself a lot of headache for those scenarios where you revisit your projects and troubleshoot or even do updates. Now, let's look at a quick code snippet. What we're going to do is just going to say let greeting be hello world. Okay, that's going to be your greeting. Now, for you to try and explain what exactly this line of code does, what you need to do is use comments. In JavaScript, we have two ways of commenting your code. So we have a single line comment. Okay, so to just give you an example of a single line comment, you use the double slashes. And you can explain what exactly your code is doing in this particular line. Here, we are assigning a greeting to a variable. So this particular greeting has been assigned to this variable. So every time this variable is called, this will be the output on your console. So more about that in the lessons ahead. So what you need to understand at this particular case is that every time this variable is read by the JavaScript engine, whatever you're doing is you have assigned. So hello world, this greeting is attached to the variable. We call this variable. So we have declared a variable using the let keyword. More about that in later lessons. What you actually need to understand in this particular case is that the explanation here is regarding this line of code. So it tells you what is happening in this line of code. So here what we have done is we have assigned a greeting to a variable. So our greeting is hello world. Okay, and the variable is greetings. So if that is also a bit challenging for you, what you can do to also give you like another example of the second type of JavaScript comment. So what we're going to do is copy that, and then I'm going to introduce you to a multi-line comment. So if you find that not quite, if you find this explanation is not enough for this particular line of code, and you feel maybe explaining it further is going to be a bit better, what you can do is you can use the multi-line comment. So what you do is use double hashes and double asterisk. So anything that you comment will come down here in between these two. So what we have basically done is created multi-line. That means multiple lines. So we have a single line comment. This one here, up here, this is a single line comment for this particular line of code. Now the second one here is what we're going to have as a multi-line comment. So what we can do is we can say here, you can just copy that, go ahead and copy that, and you can further explain it. Our variable is called greeting, and the output is going to be, you can put hello world. So that's a multi-line comment. So it spans multiple lines that should ideally explain what a multi-line comment means. So you can just go ahead and say this is a multi-line comment right here. There you go. So multi-line comment. And what basically this does, all these comments, what they basically do is explain what is happening in this particular line of code. So that's a multi-line comment. Now what happens here for the single line comment, okay, it explains what is happening in this particular line of code. Now to just give you another challenge, let's go ahead and add a comment to this code right here. So you can say let first name is equal to p coder. Please go ahead and add your comments and let us know what you think this line of code is doing. Explain what it does in the comments below. Yes, you're right. So what this comment basically does is it assigns a name, a person's name, to the variable. Okay, so this is a single line comment. If you want a multi-line comment, what you can do is declare the first thing, first name is equal to, let's still call him happy coder. So that's a happy coder. Now for the multi-line comment, what you can go ahead and do is double forward slash, double asterisk, and explain your code right here. So this code assigns first name as a variable to a coder's name. Please don't forget this. There you go. So just to finalize with a final question, with a final quiz actually, what is the purpose of comments in JavaScript? What do you think is the purpose of comments in JavaScript? Just fill in, just go ahead and answer that in the comment section, and see you in the next lesson.